Given p times n is 150, where p is a prime number and n is some other natural number, not necessarily prime, which of the following must be true? Well, let's just start by listing all the possibilities for p and n. So p is prime, and n is a natural number, and p times n is 150. So the primes that divide 150, we could find those by making a factor tree for 150. Let's find its prime factorization, and then I'll know all the primes that divide 150. Okay, so any two numbers that multiply to make 150, I could do 2 and 75. Okay, 75 is 3 and 25 is 5 times 5. So the prime factorization of 150 is 2 times 3 times 5. So p could be 2, 3, or 5. Okay, so if p is 2, that means that n is 75. If p is 3, okay, n is, so 3 times what is 150? N would be 50. And if p is 5, that means n would have to be 5 times what is 150? 30. N would have to be 30. Okay. So these are my three possibilities for P and N. We could have 2 and 75, 3 and 50, or 5 and 30. Those are the only ways you can multiply a prime number times another number to make 150. Okay. And I know that those are the only possibilities because 2, 3, and 5 are the only prime numbers that could divide 150. All right, let's see if these items have to be true in all of these cases. Okay, which of the following must be true? P is a factor of either 10 or 15. So I want to check all three cases. Um, is P a factor of 10 or 15 in all three? So when P is 2, 2 is a factor of 10, so it works for 2. When P is 3, P is a factor of 15, so yes. And P equals 5 is also a factor of 15. So in all three cases, the P value is a factor of either 10 or 15. So that one is true. Is 10 a factor of n in all three cases? So I look at my three n's. Is 10 a factor? So 10 is not a factor of 75. It is a factor of 50 and 30, but it's not a factor of 75, which means it does not have to be a factor of n. Okay, there is a case where it is not. Okay, for part C, n is a factor of either 10 or 15. So here are my three n's. 75, is that a factor of 10? No. Is it a factor of 15? No. It's a multiple of 15, but it is not a factor of 15. It's not a number that divides 15 evenly with no remainder. Okay, so this is not true, and it's not true in any of the cases. 50 is not a factor of 10 or 15. 30 is not a factor of 10 or 15. All three of these are multiples of 10 or 15, but not factors. Okay, so that is not true. D, 15 is a factor of n. So if I look at my n value, I want to say, is 15 a factor? For 75, yes, 15 is a factor. 15 times 5 is 75. So 15 is a factor. For n equals 50, no, 15 is not a factor. 15 does not divide 50 evenly with no remainder. N equals 30, yes, 15 is a factor, but it has to be a factor in all three cases for this to have to be true. So since it's not true for 50, this is not true. And the only statement that must be true is A.